Released in 1992, Viewpoint hit the arcade scene via SNK's Neo-Geo platform. Combining the isometric 3D view of Zaxxon and the charge mechanic found in R-Type, Viewpoint was a refreshing amalgamation of sorts at the time. Despite later being overshadowed by other Neo-Geo classics, it managed to score a few of its own home ports. Alongside the Neo-Geo AES and CD releases, there are also Sega Genesis, Sony PlayStation, FM Towns, and Sharp X68000 ports. For this video, we'll specifically be looking at the PlayStation and Genesis versions of Viewpoint. We'll also be doing some side-by-side comparisons and seeing how they stack up in relation to the original Neo-Geo arcade game. First up, we have the Sony PlayStation version of Viewpoint. This game was actually reworked from the ground up with brand new visuals and sound, as well as some full motion video clips thrown in for good measure. The computer rendered look is great, and the attention to detail here is immense, especially for the time. The developers didn't mess with the formula too much outside of that, however, and the game features level designs and enemy patterns that are identical to the Neo-Geo version. Musically, the catchy soundtrack of the original has been scrapped in favor of new original tracks. What is there, however, fits the game for the most part, some tracks still keeping that electronic dance vibe that the original is well known for. It doesn't have that upbeat vibe that the arcade game did, however, and the sound effects don't really help any better. All in all, it still gets the job done. There are some flaws that keep the PlayStation version of Viewpoint from being as great as its Neo-Geo counterpart. Controller delay, minor hit detection issues, and frame rate skipping when things get chaotic make all the most frustrating parts of the Neo-Geo game even more so in this home port. As a final look, let's see what the PlayStation version looks like next to the Neo-Geo arcade game. Taking more of a cue from the arcade game, the Sega Genesis Viewpoint attempts to recreate that same look and feel of its big brother. Unfortunately, perhaps due to power constraints or possibly a lazy programming job, the Genesis isn't able to pull it off entirely. The visuals are muddy due to the console's low available color count, the stages feel empty due to missing enemies and objects, animations have been severely cut, the sound and music is a very mixed bag, and bouts of flicker and slowdown really plague the experience. It's still Viewpoint in form, and it can still certainly be enjoyable, but it's far from a replacement for the Neo-Geo game. As a final look at the Sega Genesis game, let's see what it looks like stacked up next to the Neo-Geo version. Alright, so that's Viewpoint across 3 of the major platforms it was released on: the Neo-Geo, the Sega Genesis, and the Sony PlayStation. For some of its more obscure ports, it should be of note that YouTube videos exist of the Sharp X68000 and FM Towns versions. If you'd like to see how those stack up, be sure to check them out. From what I was able to tell while preparing this video, the X68000 version seems to be modeled after the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive game, while the FM Towns version is a much truer replication of the original arcade Neo-Geo game. With that guys, I'm Austin and I'm out. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with another video sometime soon. Take it easy.